Hey fellow backyard boys, Nick here. We're going to be making a simple Atlatl dart today. So what I'm using as the shaft of the dart is a bamboo plant stake. I picked this up at the local Home Depot. It came in a pack of 6, I believe, and it was 6 feet long. So for an Atlatl dart, they range in size, depending on what you're doing and what you're used to. But I'm going to be making a 6-foot dart today. It's going to be really simple. So the first thing I'm going to be doing with this is I'm going to be straightening it, because as you can see, while it's pretty, it's fairly decent, it's not straight. So I'm going to show you how to straighten this, and then we're going to put a point on it. I'm going to be fletching this with duct tape, and that should be it. So bamboo and cane, what's kind of nice about them is that they can be straightened with heat. Now when picking a bamboo gardening stake, what you want to look for is you want to make sure that it's more of a brownish yellow. If it's green or if it's a real gray color, it usually means they picked it too soon and it doesn't have enough woody fibers in it, meaning that it's going to deteriorate and most likely break on you. You also want to make sure that there are no noticeable bug holes or any large burn marks already in the piece of bamboo. Now this, I believe, is Tonkin cane. I'm not exactly sure. But, basically, to straighten this, what you want to do is you want to locate a spot in between nodes. These sections right here are called nodes. So in between them, you want to locate a section that's not quite as straight as the rest of the bamboo. And you want to heat it up. I'm using a heat gun, but you could use a stovetop or an open flame. And once it's heated up, it'll flex a little bit. You want to just go against the bend and just press gently. So where it was originally not that straight, we've gone ahead and we've straightened this out. And then the next thing you want to do is, once you've straightened out all of these spaces in between the nodes, you just want to go back and heat up the node itself. Once you've got the node soft, what you want to do is you want to gently flex it until it's straight. And there you go. So you just want to do this for the rest of the shaft until it's all straightened out. So I'm going to show you what that looks like when it's done. Once you straighten out the bamboo, it should look something like this. As you can see, it's fairly straight along its length. Now you want to find the thicker end of the bamboo, and that's going to become the point. What we're going to be using today for a point is a duplex nail. This nail, basically, it's duplex. It has 2 heads on it. This is made for easier removal. What we're going to be using is using this as a sort of stop. So one option you have is to actually grind off this head here and sharpen this to a point. The rest of the nail is also going to add some extra weight to the point and allow it to fly a little truer. So what we're going to do from here, since this won't really fit right now, I'm going to drill a hole. I'm going to take a drill bit, drill a hole into here as far as this nail is, and then I'm going to glue it in place. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Alright, so here's the point. I went ahead and I drilled a hole into the bamboo, and then I went ahead and I glued the duplex nail in here, and then I ground the bamboo so that it would be flush with the nail here. So there it is. Now for the other end, all I did was I put a little bit of super glue in there, let it harden, and then I used a sharp knife and just ground out a little bit of a crater here. That way if you're using something like this, that's where it's going to sit like this, and it'll hold on to the dart. So now we're going to go ahead and put fletchings on this. Now you can use whatever you want really. You could use feathers and fletch this like an arrow, just basically an oversized arrow. I'm just going to be using duct tape just because for what I'm going to be doing this, I'm basically just going to be throwing this at a target really close. So I'm just going to use duct tape. So we're going to go do that. You want to cut 3 5-inch or basically about 5 to 6 inch long pieces of duct tape. And I like to go a few inches down from the end of the dart. So maybe 3 inches or so. You place one piece, and you just want to center it as much as you can. And you want to take another piece and you want to put it on the other side, basically sandwiching the bamboo between the two. And you want it to be as centered as possible. Now what you want to do is you want to kind of press them together. But you want to press them in one direction, meaning you want to press them kind of back toward one side. Because what we're doing is we're going to be folding them at an angle here so that they don't sit completely flat, you can see. So that we've got these two at an angle, so the third will complete and make your 3 fletchings. So you want to take your final piece of duct tape. You want to start by lining it up along this seam here. So I'm going to do it on this side. If you can see, lined it up in the seam. Then you want to fold the tape over. Line that up on the other seam like this. And then you want to make sure that this goes on straight out. And there you go. So now I'm just going to trim them real quick. So I like to go about a 45-degree angle off the back edge. Like this. Then from there I just kind of round it off and then slope down to the front. And you want to line these up to your shortest fletching. And then I go and I just clean this off and round this. And there it is. So here's our finished dart. So now we're going to go and I'm going to throw this for you guys.